picture for you all. So you've got this friend, maybe not quite a friend, maybe more of an acquaintance. Let's give them a name. How about a female name? Faye. Her name is Faye. And maybe you're not so buddy-buddy with Faye, but a lot of your friends are. They hang out at Faye's house a whole lot. Now, you want to see your friends, and they're spending all their time with her, so you hang out at her house too. You guys have fun, you talk about stuff that happened during the day, where you went that day, and you start to feel a bit uneasy. Faye kind of sits over there in the corner and writes down everything that you say. Maybe snaps a few pictures of what you guys are eating, and she records it all. And you find out later that she publishes it all. So I'm here to talk to you guys about the issue of privacy in relation to Faye's book. So if it's not okay if a person does all this, why is it okay if a website does this? You see, today, Facebook records about 500 million unique users. So it's clear that a lot of us are on Facebook. We don't want any more audience surveys, but I'm pretty sure if I took one, most of us would raise our hands. Facebook has taken the world by storm and is now the world's leading social network website. So, what am I here to talk to you about? I think my claim today is that you should go home and deactivate your Facebook account. I have a few things to share with you about why Facebook is not a good idea for you or anyone that you know. First of all, it's unsafe. Second of all, it's just unhealthy for your social life. And third, it's just a big, gigantic waste of time. Moving on to my first point, Facebook is unsafe. Back in March, I believe, or February of 2009, Facebook actually made a change to its terms of service that removed the user's right to delete any content that they've posted on Facebook. That's right. When you post a picture on Facebook, it's not yours anymore. It's theirs. They might let you get rid of it, but chances are something is on the internet, it's there forever. Now, this should ring alarm bells with all of us. You share something with someone, you don't expect them to make it available to the entire rest of the world. If you guys watched the movie The Social Network, you know that Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, got his beginnings in creating websites by hacking into other people's websites on his university campus, stealing pictures from them, and then posting them for all the world to see and vote on people's pictures. Is this the kind of person you want to trust with your own privacy, your pictures, your thoughts, and your communication with your friends? Facebook isn't out there to serve you, to make it easier for you to communicate with people. They're out to make money, just like any other website. How much trust do you want to put in someone like that? They don't have your best interest at stake. Recently, Facebook also announced a new feature called Places that allows sort of a geotagging feature. You can check in at certain places when you show up. First of all, get over yourselves, guys. No one cares that you're at the yogurt land. No one cares that you're taking your dog to get its hair clipped. Useless. I imagined the day that Facebook announced this feature. I just imagined sex offenders, stalkers everywhere, just their faces just lighting up with glee at all the people who they would now know their exact location throughout the day. This really isn't useful. Moreover, one of the big problems with social networks is the danger to our children, minors, people under the age of 18, and Facebook, like any other social networking site, is not immune to the dangers of sex offenders, trying to solicit, little kids. And At this point, Facebook is on the record as banning sex offenders from registering with their website by encouraging that people use their real name when they sign up for Facebook. And then checking the database. Well, thank you, Facebook, for providing that hedge of protection, encouraging people to use their real name. You guys, do you really feel safe on something like this? Facebook has made changes to their terms of service that reduce people's privacy. They introduce new features and then choose the default selection for people as to opt into them. You know, when they announced Places, most of us were already signed up for it, whether we wanted to or not. It's just not a good idea. You don't want to trust people like this. Moving on, I believe Facebook is just unhealthy. A internet website called TechBuzz that follows internet trends said that nowadays people are on average 57% more likely to communicate during the day with people over electronics than they are face-to-face. I believe this just really isn't good for who we are as a people, as our culture. I think face-to-face communication is really the ultimate medium of communicating with someone. Also, another study that I found in 2007 showed that since, this was a study over 20 years, since 1987, showed that on average, the time we spend with technical gadgets per day has doubled in that 20 years. And time spent face-to-face communicating with someone has actually halved. So one has increased by a factor of 100%, and one has decreased by 100%. You guys, Facebook is not the ultimate enemy, but it's one of the biggest ones out there, and we can see how it might encourage some bad habits in us to not spend time with our friends in person. Now, maybe you're here saying, unsafe. I'm smart. I know what not to put on the internet. Unhealthy. I have my friends that I see on a regular basis. I'm fine. I'm an adult. Everything's under control. How about the waste of time? You guys, this one is the biggest. Every time I look out here during class, about 50% of the people are just dicking around on Facebook the whole time. Isn't our life for something more than that? Is that really what we want to make it all about? People waste countless hours on Facebook, and it's not just kids. A study in Australia showed that businesses value the time in productivity lost to Facebook at about $5 billion per year. This is clearly an issue. I see it at my own work. I see it here. People are just on this thing all the time, and it's just not good. We're all old enough to have regrets in our life, and one of the biggest in mine is time wasted, time spent doing things that are useless and have no long time weight to them. Now, ask yourselves, what about Facebook? What about our social networking? What weight does that have? What use is it really? Does it provide anything that is worth wasting all that time for? We've talked about how it's already unsafe. We know that there are very big privacy concerns that we should have. And in today's internet age of information, with so much readily available to us with just a Google search, we should really be keeping a tight lock on how much of our info is available to anyone who wants. We've covered how Facebook is just unhealthy and how we should really strive for real friendships, face-to-face communications. 2,000 friends? Can you really have that many social interactions with